the joy of the world.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare it through, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, the Savior reigns, let all their songs enfold. O'er fields and floods, rocks, hills, and plains, repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy, repeat, repeat the sounding joy, repeat, repeat the sounding joy. Oh, little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie, above thy deep and dreamless sleep, the silent stars go by. Yet in thy dark street shineth the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all thy years are rest in thee tonight. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo, Gloria in excelsis Deo. Come to Bethlehem and see Christ whose birth the angels sing. Come adore on bended knee Christ the Lord, the newborn King. Gloria in excelsis Deo, Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo, Gloria in excelsis Deo.
Thank you so much. Of course, we love doing medleys as they bring our favorite Christmas songs to life. But today, you'll be enriched by a lot of beautiful songs for this holiday season. And certainly the next one is very appropriate for the holidays. And it's even more appropriate because our gentlemen will sing God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. From God our heavenly Father, a blessed angel came, and unto certain shepherds brought tidings of the same, how that in Bethlehem was born the Son of God by name. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. The shepherds at those tidings rejoiced much in mind, and left their flocks of feeding in tempest, storm, and wind, and went to Bethlehem straightway the Son of God to find. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. And you know, we are a Rotary organization which is worldwide. So today, and for our next song, we're going to go around the world and arrive in the country of Ukraine, which many of us know is a beloved Christmas classic here in the United States, but Carol of the Bells actually comes from Ukraine. Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, ring and the bowl, ding dong ding dong, that is their song. Ring and the ring, all caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound, for hill and down, telling their tune. Maybe they ring while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Down how they stand, down without end, and joyful home, to every home. Rock like the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, Christmas away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old. Ring and the bowl, ding dong ding dong, that is their song. Ring of his own, all caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound, for hill and dale, telling their tune. Maybe they ring while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Ring of the sound, roll with the men, bring joyful tone to every home.
On how they sing on without end, their joyful tone to every home.
Ding dong, ding dong. You know, Christmas time is a time when all of us who are Christians celebrate the arrival of our loved Christ child. But many know Christmas for another significant person, and that is Santa Claus. So for this next segment of our program, we go back all the way to 1897, when there was a young girl named Virginia.
Dear editor, my name is Virginia O'Hanley. I am 8 years old, and some of my little friends say there's no Santa Claus. Papa says, if you see it in the sun, it's so. Please tell me the truth. Is there a Santa Claus?
Virginia, your little friends are wrong. They've been affected by the skepticism of a skeptical age. They don't believe except they see. They think that nothing can be which is not comprehensible in their little minds. All minds, Virginia, whether they be men's or children's, are little. In this great universe of ours, man is a mere insect, an ant in his intellect compared with the boundless world around him as measured by the intelligence capable of grasping the whole of truth and knowledge. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. He exists as certainly as love and generosity and devotion exist. And you know that they abound and give to your life its highest beauty and joy. Alas, how dreary it would be in the world if there were no Santa Claus. It would be as dreary as if there were no Virginias. There would be no childlike faith then, no poetry, no romance to make tolerable this existence. We should have no enjoyment except in sense and sight. The external light with which childhood fills the world would be extinguished. Not believe in Santa Claus. Well, you might as well not believe in fairies. You might get your papa to hire men to watch all the chimneys on Christmas Eve to catch Santa Claus, but if you didn't see Santa Claus coming down, what would that prove? Nobody sees Santa Claus, but that's no sign that there is no Santa Claus. The most real things in the world are those that are neither children nor of men. None of it can be seen. Did you ever see fairies dancing on the lawn? No, of course not. That's no proof they're not there. Nobody can conceive or imagine all the wonders that there are, unseen and unseeable in the world. You might tear apart a baby's rattle and see what makes the noise inside. But there is a veil covering the unseen world, which not the strongest man, nor even the united strength of all the strongest men that could ever have lived could have torn apart. Only faith, poetry, romance can push aside that curtain and view and picture the supernal beauty and glory beyond. And is it real, Virginia? In this world, there is nothing else real and abiding. No Santa Claus? Thank God he lives and lives forever. 1,000 years from now, Virginia, nay, 10 times, 10,000 years from now, he will continue to make glad the heart of children.
You know, we didn't have a Santa Claus song this year, but there's a song that's about to be sung by a beautiful lady, Stephanie Carlson, has joined us. This is her first year. But for anybody who loves the Philharmonic, you'll have already seen her on the stage with the Philharmonic Pops, as she is one of, is it right? In the region. Okay, in the region. But wait till you hear this. This is an amazing rendition of Jingle Bells.
This one's by, I don't know if you've heard of her. Her name is Barbara Streisand. Oh, you know her. Good. This is Jingle Bells by Barbara Streisand. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. We're dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. Oh, what fun it is to sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lank, misfortune seemed its lot. We got into a drifting bank, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the fields of white on this happy Christmas night. Off we go through the snow. Bells are ringing, we'll be singing. Jingle bells, jing jangle. Jingle bells, jing jangle. Jingle bells, jing jangle. Jingle bells, jingle jing jangle. Jingle bells, jangle bells. All the way on a one-horse open sleigh.
Thank you so much. See, I told you it was going to be good. But you know what? The show's really just getting started. And before we really get the focus on Christmas, we need to bring it back to Hanukkah. Because every year, Hanukkah changes actually in the calendar. As you all know, Christmas is December 25th. But Hanukkah changes. But this year, it's very closely aligned to Christmas, with it starting on December 22nd this year. I don't know how many of you know the story of Hanukkah, and I just know it by reading. There are people in this crowd that can tell you more about it, but it is about a battle that went on where the Jewish people were assaulted by the Assyrians. And in fact, they thought they were going to lose, and there was a menorah, and the menorah usually would have enough oil to last one day. But the miracle was it lasted 8 days throughout the battle, and the Jews were victorious. So in this time of holidays, we also celebrate the Jewish faith and the holiday of Hanukkah with a feast of lights. You know, a few years ago, something interesting happened to Dave and I in the Rotary world. And we were invited. Did anybody here know Doug Risser out of Goshen? Yeah. Great guy. And Doug and his beautiful wife invited us to a meal to meet someone, or I should say, a couple. And that couple is Diane Peake and Jeff Peake. Because Doug knew that I loved to sing, and he knew that Jeff Peake loved to sing, as all of us have been blessed with his beautiful voice over the last few years, because he has been with the Rotary Singers ever since then. And today, he sings a beautiful, beautiful rendition of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Your heart be light from now.
We are all non-professional singers. We actually are your Rotary friends, and we're all professionals in various industries. So right now, I'm going to ask each one of our part of the Rotary Singers just to come forward, mention their name so that everybody knows you, along with your profession and your employer. And Stephanie, you can start.
So I cheated, I'm kind of a professional singer. But I'm an opera singer, so I gave you something that wasn't opera. But I am actually development and program manager at Fort Wayne Dance Collective.
I'm Lorelei Burley, retired founder of Creative Women of the World.
And I'm Janine Harrell, the financial advisor with Phillips Financial.
I'm Barb Watchman, and I'm retired, but I volunteer here and there.
I'm Jackie Mann, and I work as an office manager at Innovative Engineering Services.
Guys?
Well, I'm also a trained singer, sorry. I'm Jonathan Massar, I'm the director of the Children's Choir. Don't let the trained singers scare you away, right? If you like to sing, the Rotary Singers would love to have you. Don't be
Jackie's one of our
intimidated
new
by it.
singers too.
Yeah.
No training whatsoever here. Mark Westerhausen, CPA with DWD in Fort Wayne.
Ron Burley, retired United Methodist pastor, still volunteering doing pastoral care.
Jackie's also a professional singer.
I am not. I'm Jeff Pete. I'm a banker with First Source Bank. Been in banking for 39 years.
And I'll be happy to sing loan terms if you're into that. But I also want you to hear from Sue Lau back here. Sue, we could see you a little bit.
I'm Sue Lau, and I am recently retired, 40 years teaching music at Smith Green Community Schools, Cherubusco Elementary School.
And that's how I know Sue, because I'm from Cherubusco too, but you know me from my Rotary work. Some of you may know me from my professional work. I am Lisa Waterman of Waterman Financial Services, and some people like to hear me on the radio. They're telling me about that. But it is an absolute joy, you guys, to be here, and we look forward to this every year, and I hope you do as much as we do. As it happens, because we've got some amazing singers, professional or not, the next song is certainly a highlight. It was the highlight of Handel's career, and it will be the highlight of our program today. It is the Hallelujah Chorus.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Thank you so very much. And as I said, it's a joy to be here, and it's a joy to sing. But it quickly reaches the time to say goodbye. And in our club, I believe, President Holly, there are no more meetings this year. Is that right? Or we have one more? Yeah. Okay. No more meetings. So it has become a tradition of the Rotary Singers to sing one last song as a benediction to us. And that is that the Lord might bless and keep us in coming into the new year. We may all see you again in the great year of 2020, and we enter into a new decade. And so may the Lord bless and keep you.